Utility processing fee. A lot of people may not have heard of this one either. Now, depending on where you're at across the United States, a lot of municipalities and cities and towns and so forth make the owner of the property responsible for a particular utility bill. So let's just use water. So the water company in your area doesn't care if it's a rental property or not. They are charging the owner on the tax record. You are responsible for paying this bill each month, even if you have it in your lease that the tenant pays for all utilities. So you may sit back and as you get the bill for water, you may send the bill to them for them to pay it, or you may tell them to send additional money in to pay that. However you want to do that, that's completely up to you. That's about your policies and your procedures. But the problem that you have here is, let's just say if you send the water bill to, if you scan it in, for instance, and email it to the tenant to say, here's this month or this quarter's water bill, however they bill, and the tenant doesn't pay it. Well, ultimately, you're the one on the hook for that. You being the landlord or the owner, you're the one on the hook for that utility bill. So sometimes we've had to do this in our area where we will actually pay the bill for the tenant. So let's just say the tenant pays us $1,000 in rent and the water bill is $100. So right now we will take $100 off of their rent, pay the water bill, and then we will charge the tenant. We charge them $50. So if we have to pay the bill for you because you can't pay it on time, then we're going to charge you $50 to pay that bill for you, because that takes your time, your energy, your resources. I mean, I know it's not a lot, but it's an envelope, it's a stamp, and it takes time to write a check out and do all the accounting part of it here. Well, that takes your time, which means you should get paid for that. So charge them something for it, pay the bill, have it off their rent, and now the tenant is late on their rent. So instead of paying $1,000, they only paid $900. So at that point, you would pay the bill, charge them for it, and just simply let them know via email, text messaging, or give them a call, or send them a letter, however you do that in your lease, whatever forms of communication you have in your lease, just follow that, and just let them know that this bill was not paid. You gave them notice to get it paid, you paid it for them and charged them for it, and now they're late on their rent because instead of paying $1,000, they really only paid $900. Or if you took out your fee, $850. Because now $100 went for the water bill, $50 for you writing the bill. Now they only have $850 in rent. They are still $150 short, and if they don't pay it, the late fees will start accumulating. So this will, again, if they just follow your process and your procedure, this won't happen. If they would have just paid the bill on time, then you wouldn't have had to do any of this, and they would have been on time. But because they didn't follow your lease, your policies, and your procedures, they're going to pay for that. And then they're going to think twice about doing that in the future because they know it's going to cost them some money.